All right, so President Trump announcing his plan to issue an executive order to limit state regulation on AI, saying, quote, "We are beating all countries at this point in the race, but that won't last for long. If we're going to have 50 states, many of them bad actors involved and rules in the approval process, I will be doing a one rule executive order this week. You can't expect a company to get 50 approvals every time they want to do something." This comes as states like Florida have released proposals to regulate AI.
We're going to be proposing, and we're going to work with the legislature to establish an artificial intelligence Bill of Rights for individual Floridians in our state. This will be very far-reaching with consumer protections. It will do things like fortify some of the protections we have in place for things like deep fakes. We are also going to make sure that your data is protected.
Let's bring in Kurt, the cyber guy. Okay, regulation when it comes to nefarious things like impersonating children or dead people.
Yeah, up to no good.
That is fine, but thinking you're going to regulate AI in a way to eliminate it, you're just setting yourself up for failure, right?
Here is the problem, and good morning, Lawrence. Here's the problem. We're this massive country that is innovating AI like nobody's business, and China is right there on our heels. So what the president's talking about is the ability to have just one central rule where we say, don't let 50 states come out and just cloud it all up and bog down innovation by trying to regulate this. Can you imagine if you and I were trying to invent something in AI and we had to just stop what we're doing to now answer to, say, California that comes up with rules for us that make no sense, but we have to comply if we're doing business there. Can you imagine times 50? That is an invitation to allow China to get ahead of us. And we simply don't want to do that. So the president's been on this for about 2 months. We sort of knew this was coming. And so he's always had that tech bro hat on where he sees what's possible with AI. But what's really important is while we do want a balance of regulating the bad stuff, we really have got to have that path forward. And that's why having a president that's a businessman, that's why we can see, like, you know what? I mean, you can imagine when he's developing real estate, what's the biggest thing that bogs down progress? It's bureaucracy. So he sees that, and we now know that in order for us to win in AI in this country and continue on, you gotta just keep the train on the tracks.
It's so true. I want to get your reaction to this because Times Magazine is going to name potentially AI as their person of the year.
Please subscribe to our official channel, USA News,